Hope everybody's good today, guys, and you've been enjoying the video series so far. If this is the first one you've seen, make sure you go back and grab the others, because there's lots of good content coming out. It's all bite-sized pieces, but it builds up to give you a really powerful understanding of people development, developing yourself, and so forth. So I want to share with you a nice little tool today for looking at essentially levels of consciousness, but I don't want to throw that word in there and frighten people off, because basically it's about how we relate to the world, how we relate to each other, how we relate to the world, and people do it on different levels. And I'm going to start talking about it by this level that's on the board here, and it's to me. When things happen to me. Now, some of you might have already gone there and understand what this means. You might be able to recognise it, because the way awareness and consciousness, if you like, works is it's like a one-way mirror. You can see everything that is foundational to that level, but you can't see above until you get there. So the door only unlocks when you get there, but you can see how you've got there once you get there, if that makes sense. So if you're looking, you'll see everything that's preceded, but you won't see what's to come. So it's quite an interesting process, and I'll take you through some of the key steps here. So this is a nice simple model, but dwell on it, think about it, think about where you are, think about where your learners are, think about where people are when you're approaching them, even think about where people are if you're in the sales game, any way, shape or form, or negotiation, or anything like that, or you're hosting meetings. Think about the levels where people are operating on, and when you do that, you can match those levels, depending on where you are, of course. But let's move on. So when people are into me, that's victim mode. Things just happen to me. I have no control, I have no influence, I am just a victim of circumstances. Things happen to me, and you can hear this coming out in the language. The world's against them, people are against them. It's not an empowered place to be. You have no control whatsoever. You've given all your control and power away. And I've been in that. Pretty much everybody's been in that. Some are still in it. Now, this is the thing to realise. If you're still in it, you know people who are, gently encourage them to take a little bit of ownership, and you can do that with the accountability ladder model that I shared on the other one. So, the next one up is by me. This is where we actually get stuff happening. Now, I've spent a big part of my life in by me. This is where you make stuff happen. This is where you get your sleeves rolled up, if you had any, and you make stuff happen. You get out there, you do it. It's a very much action orientated. If you can't get through the door, knock it down. That type of thing. And I've busted some stuff trying to create stuff by me. I'm going to make it happen. Look out, world, I'm coming. I'm gonna make it happen. So yeah, you can achieve stuff. Absolutely can. And a lot of people achieve a lot of stuff in by me mode. However, when you're in by me, it's very tiring. It's very hard work. And when you get the results, you may not have the health, the well-being, the energy, the inclination to actually enjoy them, because you've worked so hard to get them. That's long hours, pushing hard, constantly driving to make things work and get doors up. Now, if you recognise that, as I did, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, that was me. This is the achiever mode. He even wrote a book called The Ultimate Achiever, and I recognise when I wrote the book, that's where I was. I was in by me. I was making things happen. And the languaging in the book and where I was at that point in my life, absolutely, yeah. I'll own it. It's been part of my journey. But as we move up these levels, it gets better and better. So let's have a look at the next one, which is, this is where things happen, not to me, not by me, but they happen through me. Now, what does that mean? This means just getting more into a flow state. This means you're getting more aligned with everything, with intention, with purpose. You're getting energetically aligned, and things are starting to come to you and flow through you, and you're becoming part of this process of co-creation. Now, in this through me part, all kinds of cool stuff happens. All kinds of cool stuff. The right person shows up at the right time, and all the rest of it. And it's like, we call it coincidence, we call it serendipity, we call it magic. So yeah, through me, and that's where I We can dip into all of these, but I tend to spend a lot of time in there working on cultivating the ability to manifest through me rather than doing it the hard way. I'd rather things show up and I just get to play with them and work with them and stuff, rather than busting doors down like I used to do. And the final one, and this is sort of up there at the top of the spiritual consciousness tree, is as me. This is oneness, this is interconnectivity. This is allowing life not just to flow through you, because that sort of implies separateness, but you are everything. You are connected to everything. There is a oneness, there is a unity consciousness. Now there's very few people on the planet who will permanently stay there, and if they do, chances are they're living in a cave somewhere. So yeah, I visit there, you can visit there, we can spend more and more time there. We might go there in meditations, we might have some of them deep-seated feelings of, of love and joy and bliss and connected with all beings. It's the ultimate aspiration. Have a look at these. Make a checklist where you're at, make a checklist where those who are working with you are at, and have a play with them. Sorry it's been a little bit longer than normal, this one, but it's too good a nugget. It's too good a nugget not to share with you. So I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.